Originally, the initial value I got from Food Dog right off the beginning is the thought of, if you're going to 10x your business, you gotta 20x yourself. If I had this level of support 10 years ago, man, I feel like I could conquer anything in the world. You know, I could probably be president of the United States if I wanted to. But yeah, it's incredible. The real value is that it shrinks the time, right? You don't have to go through the trial and error of learning these things. Is that when you're there with people who've been there and have done that and been through the process, not only professionally in your business, but also personally in your life, struggled with things in life, that's the fast path, is going there, seeing how they think, and that pulls you through and gets you out of the rut that you're in faster. It gets you to wealth faster. It gets you to health faster. That's the real value.
When I was 26, I moved from New York to California. On that plane ride, I read Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. The book absolutely changed my life. So since that time, I've seen Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar when he was alive, Jack Canfield, Colonel McChrystal, the list goes on and on. One of the things, and I say this with great pride about Food Dog Group, dude, these guys are at a completely different level, 100%. They work from a different perspective. So the vantage point that they're coming from, and I'm not taking anything away from those speakers that I mentioned because they were fantastic, just this comes at it on a different approach and gets a different result. So again, I would encourage you to seek out the Food Dog Group for their personal development and personal up-leveling mastery.
The impact, I think, especially going through this event with my dad, kind of comes full circle because this is happening at a time where I'm about to have my first child. So us coming at it together, those lessons that I'll bring home, I can bring on to him. And then eventually down the road, maybe we will do the same. So it's already a cycle of just personal power that we've created.
Food Dog Group is like the family that you never had. You know, most of us have family that we're born into, right? And when you get to choose your family, that's what Food Dog is like. It's people who are hungry to grow themselves, who are wired to give and serve others, and to show up and be fully present for themselves and each other. And so if you want to run with a pack of leaders that are doing great things, that's a place for you. If you like to have fun and experience new things, That's what Food Dog Group is like. If you want to feel the support, compassion and empathy from others who are on a similar journey and share maybe life experiences where you get stuck, that's for you. And if you want to get results and you're looking for process, that is what Food Dog Group is about.
I would tell them to come to the training and try it out. And you don't know what you don't know until you see it, and then you know you need it, right? And if they answer any question that anybody asks them, and how's their personal life, how's their relationship with their wife, how's their business, and they say, oh, it's good. If you don't say anything other than it's absolutely freaking amazing, then you've got a problem. You've got a problem somewhere in your personal life, somewhere in your business, and Mike's the guy that'll help you figure out what that is and then move you forward.
The biggest transformation was just being able to let go of all the crap. Just let it go. And it is seriously that simple.
The biggest transformation for me is her ability to let go. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just teasing. I'm just having fun. It's really just about that. That's really a breakthrough for me too. Just holding on to these things that just aren't serving us. Me. Things aren't serving me. That I had to get rid of because I got a lot of shit. Had a lot of shit. It gone.
What makes Food Dog different is super simple. It's because it's growing you. It's growing you, So all of the other companies I've been involved with, and they're great at teaching you how to do processes and things like that. And I knew from day one when I started searching for somewhere else to go that I needed somebody that would help grow me, because as Mike loves to say, to 10x anything, you got to 20x yourself. And Mike really puts that focus on us, to grow us, to allow us the ability to grow everything else that we have in our lives. So I would tell you, if you're on the fence and you're trying to decide whether to get in a group like this, I would tell you, quit thinking about it and jump. If you have that fear right now about jumping, it's the right thing to do. Don't be afraid to spend the money. The money's going to come back to you. You need to grow yourself.
The big difference right now for me is that being able to do this together.
Yeah.
It's one of the first mindset things that we've done together. I've always gone and traveled on my own to do this, and then we always bring it back and we process together.
Correct.
But doing this together is, to me,
I think it's been better to actually be able to physically do it together.
Because yes, she would do a lot of the traveling. She's done Tony Robbins and stuff like that, and she'd bring it back and we'd discuss it, or that night she'd call and we'd discuss it. And there's great things that I can learn secondhand from it and that she's learned firsthand. But being able to actually do it together, there's just so much more growth that is possible because I'm experiencing it with her, but I'm also getting my own perspective to bring to it that then we can discuss.
I would say just even in the last couple months, our relationship has gotten so much closer.
It's shifted a lot.
I know.
It's allowed me to grow from, thinking I can only do this to being able to do whatever I want. I just have to shift my identity. I have to figure out, or I find out the next one and I make it happen. And I know what my next one is. To, like I said, step into a role to help her to take on more rather than just being, a worker doing my own thing.
The whole worker identity versus other identities.
Yeah, like an advisor or, being part of this business. I've been in manufacturing for so long. Medical's different, mindset work is different.
Coaching,
I can do more than what I've thought I could do before.
You sure as fuck can do more than you ever thought before.
Yes, I can.
Thank you. I see connections that are really important. I also see me asking more people for help and receiving it. I've always been a lone wolf and feeling really alone with that. And I'm dropping my lone wolf finally. Whew.
That's good.
I know, it's great. But that's what I see moving forward is being part of a pack instead of being a lone wolf. That's been really rough. So I'm excited about that.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, one of the original sharks from the hit television show Shark Tank. Have you had to make the choice between a fulfilling personal life or a successful professional career? This often results in either not achieving important financial goals or building up wealth at the expense of a rewarding family. Although it may seem implausible, people can achieve success in both their personal and business lives. Are you ready to meet someone who could have the answers for you? Meet Mike Agugliaro. He's an author, speaker, investor, and thought leader who has experienced several business exits that have been successful at the same time that his personal life has flourished. Mike is now sharing his formula for a full life through his company, the Food Dog Group. They have cracked the code, allowing people to grow and expand their entire lives to achieve the impact that they want while building the wealth that they desire. This can all be achieved while experiencing fulfilling relationships and family lives. You need to learn about Food Dog Group's unique processes which combine ancient wisdom and modern strategies to elevate every area of life. Go to fooddoggroup.com to discover how Mike and his company can work with you right now. Thank you for listening.
When we break the tipping point, when we go over the edge where it's 3 million every month and 3 million's a walk in the park, guess who the game changes for?
All of us.
Everybody in the room. I am with my beautiful goddess of a wife for over 33 years.
Mike is now sharing his formula for a full life, allowing people to grow and expand their entire lives to achieve the impact that they want while building the wealth that they desire.
So if you are a business owner, if you run a mastermind group, you want to be involved with Mike. Take it from me, somebody who's worked with him on multiple levels. Mike is the real deal.
If there's one person in my list of who to surround yourself with, it's Mike Agugliaro.
And now, please welcome Mike Agugliaro.
Boom. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Melanie in the house. Jessica, what's happening? Heather, everybody, my man, Dwayne Willard. Hey, everybody, give me a big old boom in the chat bar so I know you know how to use it. So you know how to use it. Super excited to see all of you here and to see that you're investing time in yourself. So clearly we nailed the subject, and you must know there's another level. Hey, Jennifer Kirby, what's going on? Brian Bolgar, yes, my man. I'm glad you are here tonight with us, John. So tonight's all about beyond potential, beyond potential. Hey, if you're new or newer in my world, can you type in new in the chat bar? Can you type in new? If you've been in my world for a while, can you type in, like, how long have you been in my world? Wow, a lot of new people. Hey, that's really exciting. Thank you, because like we didn't pay for ads and everything for this. So you guys just found because we've been sending you either emails or something, and I'm glad you're here with us. Let's see what we got. We got 3 years, a year. My man, Hank, what's up, brother? Nice to have you tonight. 8 years, Judy, 6. 10 months and life changing. Yes, Melanie, thank you for that. 7 years, 9.75 years, my man, Aaron. Okay, those of you that don't have your cameras on, could you do me a favor? Unless you're like naked, turn your cameras on so I could see you, you could see me. If you're wrestling kids and dogs and stuff like that, no worries at all. Turn your cameras on. That's what life is all about. Grab a fresh sheet of paper, everybody. Grab a fresh sheet of paper. We're going to take some notes. We're going to build some actions. I'm going to share some really cool stuff. You're going to talk to me in the chat bar. When I say something cool and it resonates with you, I want you to hit me with a big old boom in the chat bar. If I say something and it's like, hey, I'm curious about that, like I have an additional question, put in the chat bar. If we get a chance, we will tackle that. Looks like my man Joe Papa's coming in the house. If anybody wants to know, one of the top AI experts in on planet Earth, that's my man Joe Papa. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just so you guys know, tonight is sponsored by Boom. Oh, let's go with this color. Boom. JJ Van Lines. I don't know about you guys, when you're thinking about moving from one place to another, and what's the first thought you have? Type it in the chat bar when you think about moving from one home or place to another. What's a word that you would say? Is it exciting? All right, my man Sean says stress. Joe Papa, hell, hassle. Okay, well, guess what? J&J Van Lines takes the hell and the hassle and the stress out of moving, and they are our sponsors tonight. Okay, so my team, they'll put a little information in there if you're looking to move. make sure you say, hey, Food Dog recommended you guys. And one of the amazing owners is on here, Melanie. So Melanie, give a big old boom so they know who you are. Hey, quick disclaimer, not a business training, okay? This is a training to help you evolve, okay, to go beyond potential, all right? And Food Dog Group is not responsible for your massive end success that's going to happen in every area of your life. Write this down, everybody. To scale anything, you must scale yourself first. Even if you heard it before, even if you wrote it before, I want you to write it again. To scale anything, you must scale yourself first. I just did a podcast the other day, and the guy's like, yeah, you know, that's exactly what it is. Now, here's some signs that you may not be living to your truest potential. And if any of these make sense, or you deal with any of these, could you give me like a little sad face in the chat bar after I say it? Like, anxiety? What about confusion? Relationship confusion, health confusion, business confusion. What about uncertainty? Anybody? Little uncertainty out there? I don't know what I should do. Should I do it now? Should I move? Should I stay? Should I grow my company? Should I stop? Should I get healthy? Should I not? What about doubt or lack of clarity? What about lack of confidence in yourself? Like you just had your ass handed to you a little bit through life. Now, look, guys, I'm feeling like really powerful and free tonight. I might curse a little bit. If that's okay with you, can you type in okay? If it bothers you, say some extra prayers for me tonight. I promise I'm fine, but I don't want to bring you an act, okay? I want to bring you my truest self tonight. What about this? Not trusting yourself. All of these people that dealt with what happened in 2008, everybody? 2008, type in the chat bar. In 2008, they said this was a recession. I didn't understand that because I always been a creator of my own economy. You might want to write that down. But a lot of people are still beat up from 2008. That was quite a while ago, but they're still beat up from them. And so I want to get you trust in yourself. What about not believing in yourself? Like, yeah, I think I could do it. I'm not sure I can do it. Or you're just stagnant and not moving forward, right? You're stagnant and just not moving forward. Now, guys, you're going to see I have a whole lot of my amazing team on here. Hey, team, if you're on here, can you type in the chat bar so they know who you are? Feel free to private message any of my team if you have some kind of question, you need something, or you want to find out a little more about what we're doing in the world today and for people. Why should I be teaching you about achieving your potential? Because the world, I think, is like sucking the potential from humans. Do you agree? Type in agree if you think the world as a whole is just like vampire sucking potential from people. That's what I found. And I want to tell you, I'm going to share some pictures and things. But I was on another podcast the other day because I'm on a lot of podcasts and speaking. And someone said to me, they said, well, talk to people that don't have everything like you have today. And I'm like, what do you mean? When I talk about like recruiting people or something, like, don't act like I always had 200 people. Like at one time I had 2. So like people forget, they think when you hit a level of success, one, they think you never have a like a crappy day. They don't think anything ever goes wrong. And that's delusion. I have the same chaos as anybody else. And they also think like you were like born from your mom and like everything just happened for you. And neither one of those are true for me. So if you're new in the world, like I want to share some things. If you're in my world for a while, let me just talk to you. And this is going to be maybe a refresher. But all of you, I want you to find yourself in your story. I actually posted this picture, like I'm probably 16 there. That probably looks like every employee you want to hire, huh? looks just like that. You're like, I want to hire that guy. Or maybe you're just impressed by that afro. And this beautiful woman's on here today with me, my beautiful wife, Jennifer. That's a very, very old picture. We've been together since we're 15. That's over 38 years. And I had to like dig in and figure a lot of this out, So what I'm bringing you tonight is not only what I learned, is how I've been able to fast track it for so many people, And I knew I also had to provide for my growing family. Like, I see so many of you. If I said to you, what's the most important thing in your life? What would you say? Type it in the chat bar. What's the most important thing in your life? Go ahead, Mike. Everybody tell me. What do you got? Family? Yeah, Danny said it. Hey, Danny, what's happening? The most important thing in life today is you. It's you. But you didn't write you. And if you're not the very best you can be, your family cannot be the very best they can be. If that makes sense, give me a little boom in the chat bar. And I do think like the world had pretty low expectations of me. I don't think anybody back then said he's going to create things, he's going to build things, he's going to serve like, what's the phrase? And you might want to write it down. They say, people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a decade. And I like to be in the decade game. Write that down, decade game, because when you don't need this immediate gratification, this immediate, like I need it tomorrow, and you're playing outside the game of the comparison effect, right? Oh my God, he has a car, it's a Lamborghini, I'm so jealous, I want a car, because if I had that car, I would feel very competent. I'd feel very confident. You would look at me in a whole new light. And like, I want to peel away all that, that immediate gratification and say, well, let's get to the long term of what you want. Now, if we look at this, I discovered my own responsibility and power to become strong. Like, and I think, you tell me, for yourself and for the world, do you think everybody needs to start taking a little bit of ownership? What do you guys think? Type in ownership in the chat bar. A new ownership. And I'm only living my best life right now because I take ownership. But I promise you, to take ownership, like this picture down here, you got to do a lot of thinking. And you guys heard the phrase, success leaves what? Type in the chat bar. Success leaves what? Clues. Now, I don't know about you, but when my daughter was young, here's my daughter when she was young. That's my son. He's not young like that no more. He's on here. And I don't know about you, like, no one's got time to play Dora the Explorer. Type in Dora. Do you know that cartoon, Dora the Explorer, and they get the dog? Like, do you guys have time? Like, hey, what's up, Kevin and Pernilla? Like, you guys don't have time for Dora the Explorer. Like, so yeah, success leaves clues, but guess what? People that are delivering information give you the clue right now. Like, they give you the answer. So what about this? Success is answers, right? Success is answers. And I want to give you the answers to it, so you don't have to go on a scavenger hunt. I don't know about you in life. It's like everybody's on a scavenger hunt. Like, if you want to become healthy, you're looking up 42 different gyms and 13 different smoothies and 12 different detoxes and 6 different like ways to fast. And then a year later, you still didn't take action because you still don't know what's the right gym and what's the right fast, instead of just saying, well, let me just do something and get started. Write down the word course correct. Course correct. You know, the thing about course correcting is, like, I want to help you course correct tonight. I want to give you some questions, and my hopes are for you is transformation, not motivation. Yeah, you're going to get some energy from me and stuff, and that's great. But I don't want you to leave here excited. I want you to have a sense of transformation where you're going to make a new decision. And even though I'm sharing what I did, I promise all of you can do it and do it so much faster. And I know some of you are like, F you, I can't, I'm not you, I can't. No, I promise it is so much faster today. The only reason it's not faster is because you have a block inside of you, right? I don't know how to build I don't know how to build an empire part-time. If that makes sense, type in makes sense. Like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to build an empire Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I don't. I'm sure there's an expert out there that's done it. It's just not this guy. I do know how to love something so much that I'm not worried about building it on the weekend like this, gold medal. I didn't sell that because I didn't love it. I sold it because I was evolving out of it, right? And I'm not saying it to brag about the 32 million, but 32 million back then should be 100 million today because there's softwares, there's systems, it's easy to find people, it's easier to recruit than ever before, it's easier to communicate ever before. I mean, if I wanted to get you guys on a platform like this to deliver this information 2 decades ago, I mean, what would that look like? We would be at a diner or something? Where would we be? You wouldn't be here. Like, do you guys remember? Like, Skype was not that fun. It was not that easy. But with technology, we could do this today. That's also what helped me build this. And I want to share, and just keep thinking as I go through this, beyond potential, not for me, for you. If I was stuck in my same potential, I could not build a big service company. If I was in my same potential, I could not build one of the largest training and implementation organizations for the blue collar space. I wouldn't be able to do it. But because I was able to adjust my mind and take action on it and stop making excuses and take ownership and evolve myself past it, that's how I've been able to achieve these things, right? And somebody once said, oh, well, you were lucky. No, there's no luck in it. It's called brute force. Write that down. Some of you are not putting brute force forward, right? And I have a lot of successful people on here, just so you know. Like, a lot of my followers and people in my world are already successful, but you might crave a little more. Now, this building here, this is sold. I just sold that like 2 weeks ago, which was nice. That was like a $4.3 million deal, so that's nice. This one trying to sell, but we don't know where that's going right now. But the point is, both of those are debt-free. It's over 25,000 square foot of commercial property. And because I don't see resistance and I don't see limitation, write this down. Write down limitation and cross it out. Limitation, cross it out. And write down potential and circle it. Because when your mind is the only thing it knows is the program of potential, you take massive action quickly. You move forward fast. And that took us to like today, right? We realized there's another level. I'm still building today. I haven't stopped building. We created Food Dog. We never stopped stepping up to that next level. As a matter of fact, we just hired another resource, which will turn to about 70,000 a year. We just hired it the other day. We invest over 200,000 roughly a year in our own personal growth. Me with my team and my wife and my son and my partner, Aaron. Like, we are never at the point we think we know the answer. At that time, you're dead. You're not moving forward. And why I say that is because actually I was teaching in Orlando. My wife and I were out in Orlando. And I was teaching a whole bunch of attorneys, probably 250 attorneys. Was anybody there? Type in boom if you were there with me or you heard me speak or something. And what I said was, and I want to give you part of the formula of potential. One, whatever your salary or business is doing, you should be investing minimum 10% in personal growth and expansion, knowledge. I'm not talking about marketing, sales, and operations. 80% of it is your thinking, 20% is the skills. If you agree, type in agree. Like 80% is your ability to process information. 20% is the actual information, but it's reverse. Tell me if this is true. Type in true only if this is true. Most people invest all their money and time on the 20% and forget the 80% and scratch their head. They don't know how to go the next level. Jessica, a friend of mine said this to me, said, you know what? I'm not going to learn no more. I'm just going to implement what I already learned. And I said, that's a bad decision. I said, because the next thing you learn might be the next evolving piece. It might be the next key you need. And today, if you want to move like twice as fast as you're doing now, you got to invest 20% in yourself. And if you want superhuman, super speed, the highest I ever did was 35% investing back in myself, my team, and the people. Not marketing, sales, and personal mind growth and expansion. Now, some people are like, hey, hey, Kathy, nice to see you. Sean, you might be like, what the hell? That's an insane, Mike. You spent like over 3.3 million on your own education. What are you, smoking dope? And I'm like, well, let's look at it this way. In 5 years, I exited 2 companies, well over 70 million. Now 3 point, is that a lot of money for the knowledge that's going to take me further and allows me to change? I mean, I did put part of my fingerprints on over 50 people that sold their companies the last 30 months, and 90% of them became decamillionaires. They didn't have to invest 3.3 million. They got to invest a whole lot less to get a whole lot more. Because you know the story of the surgeon, everyone? The guy wants the itemized bill of the surgeon, right, Melanie? The heart surgeon, it's like $100,000 surgery. He wants an itemized bill. And the guy's like $1,000 for medicine and like, $2,000 for, the IV person and like $95,000, nowhere to cut. Right? $5,000 for the miscellaneous aspirin, Tylenol, and all that, then whatever they put, oxygen, $95,000 to know where to damn cut, right? So we haven't stopped, and that's why even people today, and I'm always careful to say it because I don't want it about this, but one of you are new in my world. That's why we have a company. If you want to look it up, team put it in. It's called, Partner with Mike A. I do partnerships today with people to help them scale and exit. All right, let's keep going here. I want to make sure that I'm laser focused and I don't want to run out of time, and I hope you'll stay the whole time with me. Here's a little bit. This is just a few cool people that have been to our Food Dog events training. If you've been to a training, type in the chat bar what it's like. And we're an organization where freedom, mastery, and legacy come to life. And which one of them or all three of them, type in, do you want? Like, do you want more freedom? Do you want to activate mastery, or do you want what I call human scalability? You want to create a legacy and put your fingerprints. What do you want? And we have team members and clients all over the world, right? Australia, Canada, all over. We got pretty much a global today footprint of people that are following and in our world. And in case you're new to our world, we have resources, tools, events, trainings, membership, and everything in between to help a human evolve to the next level. And just so you guys know, this is like, I think this is important for you to know, because if you're new on here, you want to know, like, hey, like who's stamping their approval on it, right? We got Kevin Harrington, which, by the way, he's speaking at our Change the Channel training. I'm going to talk to you about that in a couple minutes. I want to get out of the way and go into strategies with you guys. If that's cool, can you type in cool? And if you know Jay Abraham, type in Jay, right? Jay's top consultant on planet Earth, right? I worked with Jay one-on-one as my coach for 3.5 years. All right. Just put the math of what you think that investment could be and multiply it by 10, and you might get close to it. You might get close. And he's also going to be speaking at our next event, Change the Channel, which is very lucky for those of you that are going to attend it. Let me pause this a minute and just talk about that, because I like to get out of the way. I want to stick in strategies. If you don't know what's coming up, I want to share it with you really, really quick here. Hey, Dave Dolick, what's happening? Mike, what's going on? Nice to see you. We got this training coming up, guys. It's in January. Who's already attending it? Type in attending in the chat bar if you already know that you're going to be attending this. It's 3 days virtual, okay? It's no joke. All of these people are speaking. If you know Mike Michalowicz, type in Mike Michalowicz or Mike. He wrote Pumpkin Plan, Toilet Paper Entrepreneur. He's brilliant. He's coming to speak. Jay Abraham, coming to speak. Kevin Harrington, original Shark Tank, coming to speak. I hope you're okay. I speak a little bit. So you can give me a boom if it's okay. I speak a little bit. You're going to have my beautiful wife speaking. You're going to have Aaron speaking. You're going to have my son speaking. If you're looking to shift the game in 2024, unlike you even thought was possible, you may want to attend this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to give you the dates. I'm going to show you the incentive we have. I'm going to go back in the Beyond Potential and give you strategies. This way, if any of you got to leave, you already know. You don't come out and miss out and go, I wanted to know, and now the price went up and you're upset with me, okay? Brian Boger, changed my life. Thank you, brother. Here's the dates, 26, 27, 28. It's 3 complete days. It's virtual, live action with us every day. So it's in the convenience of your home. Some people actually rent a cool Airbnb. They sit there and they get the knowledge. Let me just go down here because you guys are like, we're just coming out of the gate with this. They'll put the link. You can look at all the frequently asked questions and all that good fun stuff. Here's what we have. Looks like I went, well, we got a guarantee. So just so you know, if for some reason you're unhappy, which won't happen, we'll just give your money back. You can take advantage right here. We have an early bird special. You get a ticket, 3 full days, access to all the main speakers. You'll get an official workbook, Change the Channel workbook, and a personalized Change the Channel blueprint. It's discounted early bird, guys. It's $432 for 3 days. Like, if you're in that bad of shape and you can't afford that, do me a favor, reach out to the team. I'll see what we could do. But like, it's $432 to change your life. If you want a VIP ticket, it's 2 VIP tickets. It's discounted also, everyone. You'll get a pre-event growth training. So we'll do a before to get you ready for the training, right? Because we want you to start running on the training, not have to crawl. You'll get all the other stuff here. You'll get special network time. You'll get the workbook. You'll also get an exclusive insider channel. You'll get an assigned to concierge. You get the additional VIP ticket for your spouse. Who, type in just so I know, before I go into the assessment I'm going to do tonight, how many of you need to get your wife, your husband, or your partner aligned? And if they don't get aligned, you're just a little concerned. Just type in a little concerned in the chat bar. If they're on here, they might as well figure it out now so we could save things. You'll also get the wealth bundle, and you'll get a post-event optimization online training. So it's $864 for 2 tickets and all of that stuff. Yeah, a lot concerned. I get it. Listen, guys, my wife's on here. We almost destroyed our relationship probably about 15 or 17 years ago. You know when it's getting close to destroyed? What word comes up in the conversation? Type it in the chat bar. So just so you know, my wife and I, we share real with everybody. We were in that point. If you don't want to get to that point where you have to have that and you want to grow and expand together and build empires together, consider, just ask your wife or partner, would you please do this with me? Okay, would you do it with me? And those of you that just like, you're just an all in and you have team, you have family, you have adult children, this diamond, you get 2 diamond tickets and 3 VIP. So you're pretty much getting 5 seats to it and you're getting that for $2,999. So there you go, guys. If you're interested in that, do me a favor, click on it, take advantage tonight. The prices go up. We will sell out because I don't want 1,000 people on virtual because I can't give you the attention of 1,000 people. I think we have 300 seats and then we're locking the sucker out, okay? If you're interested and you have questions, hey team, put away if they have questions, the best way to reach out to us. And if you need to get on a call, you're confused, I don't know, is it good? How do I know? Boom, hit me up. Hit me up. We'll have a conversation. Myself, someone on the team will get you signed up. So I hope you guys will spend 3 days in the new year with me. Let's dig back in. If you're ready to get like next level power here, type in power in the chat bar. Here's our big promise. You will discover where you currently are and what shift needs to happen to start living your best life ever. I have an assessment. It's going to get real tonight. And even all of you guys, Mike, if you're okay getting real and you're not worried about judgments and who cares what anybody thinks here, just type in "let's get real" in the chat bar. Like let's dig in here tonight. All right, we're also going to understand what's holding you back from the best life and get proven strategies, okay, to shift from mindset to mind growth and create unimaginable success. We'll get the tools to create alignment in all areas of your life, and we'll learn the secret that no one's talking about to reach your true potential. Discover the actions you need to take to optimize. Everybody, write the word optimize on a piece of paper. We want to optimize you to get to your true potential. And we want to help you start to change your channel. Change your channel. Now, let's dig in. Here we go. So you want to create your own opportunities and start living your best life ever. But here's something to think about, right? I'm going to lead you through a series of like real self-reflection questions to assess where you're currently at and where your growth needs to happen. So I'm going to need you a piece of paper because you're just going to go, I'm going to ask a question. You're going to go, yes, no. You're going to add up the yeses. That's going to give you a number. You're not going to write all the questions because there's too many. You're just going to go, yes, no, 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 yes. And then it's going to be 10 questions and you're going to write how many are yeses. And we're going to come up with a total score tonight. This here, this is a fixed, this is what a fixed mindset. It's locked. It's locked down. How many of you are around people that are just refusing? They just think everything's great. There's no need to change. Give me something in the chat bar. Like, they're like, things are good. Or people like this. No, you don't understand. It's the world that caused my credit cards to get too much. The world stuck all the shitty food in my mouth. No, it's my boss that keeps me in a sucky job. No, it's my wife that's holding me back because she keeps saying, why are you working late, right? That's called fixed mindset. Growth mindset right here. See the little tree in here growing? That there is the ability to say, wait, I'm going to take ownership and I'm going to change the game of life for me. I'm going to change the game of life for me. Yeah, yes, always someone else's fault, right, Mike? All right, here we go for the assessment. Remember, you're going to go yes or no in the column. So write alignment on your paper and then let's answer the questions. Ready? Here we go. I love my life and I feel aligned. Be honest, yes or no. You don't have to put in the chat bar. Put on the paper. I'm only going to ask for final scores at the end. I can't wait to get out of bed every morning. Don't think about it. Just answer. Because if you start intellectualizing like, oh, well, some days not. No, boom. It's a yes or no. And you're not here. I'm not impressed you're a 10 out of 10. If you're a 10 out of 10, you probably wouldn't be here anyway. I spend my time doing the things I enjoy most. Yes or no? Every day I spend time on me. That could be a good one. I am creating my best life by design. Yes or no? Some of you at this point, you're like, Mike, you're depressing me. No, I got like 5 more quick ones. We got surveys we got to go through. So don't get depressed. Get excited. Right? Everybody, do you know what KPIs are? Type in yes or no in the chat if you don't know what a KPI is. Okay, I got a lot of. A KPI is a fancy term for saying key performance indicator. It's to give you a number, like your bank account, how much money you have is a KPI. It's a number. This is your life KPIs we're doing right here. All right, ready? I appreciate little things in life. I appreciate the little things in life. I am present. I am resilient. guys are doing great. Yes or no? I truly feel I am living my life's purpose. I am surrounded by others who are aligned with my life's growth. Okay, add up all the yeses, put a number, circle it, and type it in the chat bar. At how many out of 10 are you? How many out of 10? All right, you guys are going to see. You're all in the same boat here. Most of us are in the same boat. All right, now look at this. This is just a statement for you to think about. The first step of creating mind growth is creating alignment with who you are and who you want to become. Who you are and who you want to become. I'll tell you what, as an extra bonus, I wasn't thinking we're going to share this, which, by the way, I think after we're done with the assessment, you're going to see that you're going to want a copy of it. Anybody who does pick up a basic ticket, why don't we give you the recording of this? Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to share it anywhere. Okay? We'll probably charge for the replay of it, because you guys, you're given time, you're getting it real time. So if you sign up for even the lowest ticket, you do it tonight. We'll give you the replay of this so you could use it for your family, your team, everybody, your community. All right, fun one, everyone. Let's do money. Put a column, money. Yes or no? I regularly save money to invest. I have no money worries. I am in control of my debt. Just listen to my questions, right? Yes or no? I have a financial cushion. I am investing to create freedom in my life. I always know what I am spending each month. I always know what my bank balance is at any given moment. I am financially knowledgeable. I know about money and investing. You guys are doing great. You're keeping up with me. Super proud of you guys. I have total control over my finances. And the last one, I am building wealth to create a legacy. All right, count up your yeses. DJ, count up your yeses. Put a number in, everybody. Put a number. Remember, no judgments on the number. It's just the number. It's a KPI. Okay. Let's keep going. Type in the chat bar, are these questions helpful? Type in helpful. Are they helpful? Yeah, nod your head, type in helpful. Yeah? Yeah, because they make you think, right? They make you, they're not there to make you feel good or bad. It's to bring awareness. Let's go to our career. So if you own how many of you on here, just so I know, are business owners? Type in owners if you're a business owner. How many of you are owners? Okay, I got a owner. Okay, how many of you are like executives or career people? You work for a company. Type in company. Hey, Brian Burke, what's up, brother? Work for a company. Okay, career, yep. Retraining, love that. Okay, let's go through this. Career. Now remember, it's either I love my career or I love my company, right? Whatever you do is your career today. I love my career and I am fulfilled. Yes or no? I look forward to going to work every day. Yes or no? My career stimulates me and develops me as a person. I work to live and not live to work. Keep writing answers, Melanie. Don't just smile there. Okay. I know where my career is taking me, both in advancement and reward. I wake up with enthusiasm and energy to give my very best throughout the day. I'm living my truest passion. Yes or no? I understand my soul's connection, your soul's purpose deep inside. and I understand my career could lead me to the next level. All right, everybody, add it up. All the yeses, type it in. Good. I didn't read the quote at the end of the bottom one here. I'll read this now so you know. You are the greatest wealth vehicle. Okay, that was on the other one. And the bottom of this one, career, there is no work-life balance. Work is part of life. Work is part of life. All right. Can you handle another assessment? Give me a boom in the chat bar. Can you handle another one? This one's people, everybody. We'll change color for you. This one's people. I'm around people, right people, let's do it, right people. I'm around people who challenge me to play at a bigger level. Now, guys, if your partner's not here, your husband, your wife, or your partner, don't start fist fighting them after this and tell them, Mike gave me questions and now I'm pissed at you. Like, none of that stuff tonight. They're not on here. Okay, we'll get them questions, let them answer it so you could help connection. All right, next one. I connect at a deep level with my spouse or partner. Yes or no? I connect at a deep level with my children. Yes or no? My parents understand me and I understand them. Oh man, I'm curious how many of you got a yes on that one. My parents understand me and I understand them. All right, ready? The people around me see the bigger picture I'm building. Yes or no? I see people nodding their heads like, no, people around me have no effing idea. Okay, I have a success-minded network. If you're in my world, I hope you put yes down. If you're not in my world, it might be a no, or maybe something else, some other people you're around. I surround myself with like-minded people. I invest in the people around me, yes or no? I connect deeply with others in my life, yes or no? I am committed to helping my friends and family unlock their true potential. All right, add it up, everybody. Add it up. Type in the number. All right, we got some good numbers, some medium numbers. All right, let's read the bottom. If you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, how are you elevating those around you? How are you elevating those around you? All right, here we go, everybody. Confidence. Now, let's be honest on confidence, because remember, if you have unlimited confidence at a level 10, you probably are crushing boundaries left and right. So if you desire having 10 million in wealth and you're only at $5,000 in your bank, you have delusion, not confidence, just so you know. So let's just say what confidence, let's just understand what it is. All right, here we go. I live in a state of certainty. This is what's going to happen. This is how I'm moving forward. This is the outcome. Next one. I don't doubt my ability to do a task. Yes or no? You guys are doing amazing. You're hanging strong. I understand my strengths and my weaknesses. Oh, here's a good one for you guys. I don't have difficulty in saying no to all kinds of things, not just your children. Some of you are like, no, I tell my kids no all the time. No, we're talking about, other things like opportunities and stuff. I believe myself and what I can achieve. I don't worry what others may think of me. I don't expect myself to be perfect all the time. Okay, you perfectionists. Danielle says, no, my children are the problem. I get it. I hope you're feeling a little better, Danielle. It's not important for me to want to be liked and approved. There's one to question. I leverage my strengths. I have a clear picture of the future. Add it up. Put your number in, everybody. Add it up. Put your number in. Thank you for your honesty, everybody. That's really going to help you. When you really just go, yes, that is the truth for me, now you can improve it. So thank you for that. Look at the bottom quote. Embracing certainty will empower you to live a life of growth and power. Just at these surveys we did already, how many of you know just what we did already? That how many of you got team or employees? Type in team in the chat bar, or people around you. Maybe you have a community, a church, you have people around you. How many of you know that they probably should answer these questions and it would help change their life? Because I don't know about you, I had 200 employees. If my employees' confidence at a whole is, well, it wouldn't be that. If my employees' confidence at a whole is a 5, what do you think your results are? It's intuitive. They're not great. They suck, right? So you might want to think about bringing this to your team, these type of questions, okay? All right, let's go. My health. I have an active lifestyle. Keep up with me, yes or no? I lead a healthy lifestyle in terms of food I eat. I feel good about myself when I look at myself in the mirror. I spend time in my favorite hobbies. Type in real quick, what is a hobby you love and you don't get enough time to do it? What is it? Type it in, everybody, a minute. Take a minute. What's the hobby? Making music. What is a hobby? Brooke, that's good. Flying, okay? Tactical training, golfing. Yeah, you just not enough time, right? All right, let's keep going to questions. I am resilient. My mind and body work together. Write this down, everybody, on your paper. The body follows the mind. The body follows the mind. If the body's in distress, the mind's in distress, okay? The mind can heal and fix the body. I actively seek out answers to questions about my health. We got people in our world, they're beating their life by a decade by blood test. They're beating it by a decade, some more. I wake up with an abundance of energy without coffee and tea and Red Bulls and X's and all these other things people need, and cigarettes and whatever. We're talking you wake up and you already got it. You don't need a shower. You don't need 3 cups of coffee later. I spend time with others in healthy activities. That might be you walk. I don't know if anybody walks. Me and my wife walk 2 to 3 times a day together because we live at the Jersey Shore. Last question. I regularly assess how I am looking after myself and put a plan in place to improve. All right. Add it up, everybody. Add it up. Tell me in the chat bar. All right, pretty low numbers here, pretty low numbers. Here's the quote, health is the new wealth. Here we go, we got 2 more, and then you're gonna get a pretty good feel where you're at here. This is growth and development, everybody. Growth and development. Thank you, Ken, thank you, Mary, for your honesty, guys. No judgments here. Now you know, now we can change the game, right? That's the deal. All right, I am constantly learning and growing, yes or no? I try out new things and activities all the time, yes or no? I make plans to improve myself constantly. I know what my goals are, and I am eagerly and effectively making them a reality. Yes or no? Do it quick. I am achieving mastery in all areas. I develop the people around me so that they are more successful in their lives. It's one thing I've always done in all my companies, all my teams, is help them evolve to the next level themselves. I have all the tools, contacts, and resources to make me a success. Yes or no? I have mentors who continually push me to achieve more. Yes or no? I make events happen rather than wait for them to happen to me. Let me read that one again. I make events happen rather than wait for them to happen to me. Last one. I regularly attend seminars, trainings, courses, and conferences to improve. Yes or no? Add up your number, everybody. I love this picture of this this girl with the showing the height, right? All right, we got numbers all over. I love this quote here. I'm going to add a part to it. If you're not, they say if you're not growing, you're dying. You know what my quote is, Sean? If you're not growing, you're already dead. You just haven't realized it yet. That's mine. That's mine. All right, last assessment. Let's finish strong. Shoulders up, chin up, breathe in deep. Unfinished business, this is called. Let's do it. I am in control of my own life and my own destiny. Yes or no? I am living my best life ever right now. Yes or no? I am surrounded by growth-minded people on the same journey as I am. Yes or no? Keep writing the answers. Come on, play it full out, everybody. I am really optimistic about the future. Everyone, please put yes there. I want you to be yes there. If not, I got to show you how to be yes. The future is going to be so bright, you got to wear 2 pairs of shades, okay? It will be. If your mind's ready for it and you're trained for it. There's nothing I am dreading or avoiding at this moment. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is there anything you're dreading at this moment? I have a plan in place to succeed in all that I do. I am implementing my plan. I have the energy and drive to succeed. I am not afraid of making mistakes or failing at things. And last one, I am now ready to give all that it takes to succeed. What's your number, everybody? Put it in. What's your number? Let's see what you guys got here. All right. Everybody pretty close average there. A couple middle and low. All right. Unlocking your best life empowers you with freedom, mastery, and limitless potential. So here's what we got to do, everybody. Just look at your numbers. All right. Look at your numbers and add it and get an average now. So add up all your numbers and divide it by 10. That will give you an average. And that's going to be your score. That's going to be your score. So let's get an average where you're at as a whole. Are you a 4, a 5, a 6? Where are you averaging? A 6. Thank you. 3, a 4, 5. All right. Well, write this in. Do all of you, I'm just curious, do you all believe there's another level? Just write another level in the chat bar. Do you believe there's another level? Because the first step is believing that there's a new possibility. If you don't believe there's a new possibility, you could only live and stay in your current reality. If you're suffering and don't believe there's a day you can't suffer, you're going to sit in the circle of suffering. Okay? You are the creator of the reality. You're the reflection. Your life is a mirror reflection of you. Okay? We could change that. All right. Let's put some things in place tonight to change the game. If that's cool, give me a boom. Let's do some shit to change the game right now. All right? Beyond potential strategy number 1. Here we go. So this here is first strategy is we got to know where we're at, right? Like your best life ever. Every day is an exciting adventure and you enjoy nearly every moment. You see the opportunities around you. How many of you want to live here on a regular basis? Type in me in the chat bar. You want to live there on a regular basis, right? Okay, good. Now you're starting to see like step one, well, where am I? How about this one here is like, hey, somewhat aligned. Things seem to be going really well. You've got a lot to be happy about and you're feeling fulfilled most of the time. However, there are some areas of your life that still cause some frustration. Put a sad face in the chat bar if you're still in that area. All right, little sad face. Our job, move up, right? Okay, what about this? It's an okay. Now remember, if you have your best life ever, but you have somebody that's okay, life is okay. You're enjoying some areas of life, although you admit it could be much better. You're working for a future that you feel could be better, although deep down, you're worried that it's more of the same. Now, if we have someone at best life ever and someone at okay, well, you end up at this. How many of you have figured out what I just said? You end up here. Your relationship in your life is somewhat aligned, not aligned, not aligned. I hope this is clicking for some of you here right now. Or you're at confused. You are not living your best life. Maybe you feel confused or even frustrated because you're busy, but deep down, there's a struggle from lack of fulfillment. Can anybody relate? Can anybody relate? Type in relate. Type in relate. Okay. Now, if you're at somewhat aligned and the person you are in a relationship or around most or your team or your employees are confused, you're going to settle at okay. That's why you got to understand this is identity shift. We have to shift ourselves up the food chain here, not down. But first part is you got to understand where the identity is to shift. And I don't know, when we were building this and the team was building it, they said, I want to make it so simple for everybody. It's either your best life ever, you're somewhat aligned, you're just okay, or you're confused. If you think we made it nice and simple, can you type in simple in the chat bar? Can you bring this to your kids? Can you bring it to your team? Can you bring it to your family, to your friends? Okay. Let's go for number 2. Clarity. I am so big on clarity because you have to get ultra clear on what your best life ever design looks like. And you got to get clear on yourself. But wait, if my life is here, me, and my partner's life is here, I'll just say her, but it could be a him, depending on, relationship, husband, wife here. And I want this big thing, and this person has no idea. Guess what I'm going to get? Probably this struggle. If that's possible, type in possible. Is that possible that happens? Now, if I say this, tell me if this is clear. Ready? I'm going to build an empire. Is that clear? No. An empire what? A sandcastle? Is this an empire? Is this cup an empire? I don't know. I don't know what an empire is, right? I'm going to build an incredible relationship. Is that clear? No. You have to know every aspect of what it feels like, looks like, sounds like, does like. If you don't have clarity of what beyond potential looks like, you can't get to beyond potential. That's why we said beyond, because you have to go past your current belief. And that's hard because, Mike, resistance. It's hard because you haven't achieved it, so you don't know if it's possible. But that's why it's beyond potential, because the universe created potential for you. Whatever you want to say, God, Jesus, universe, it created unlimited potential for you. Your mind has created a potential block. Well, I tried it once and it didn't work. Okay. I tried to hire people and didn't hire them. And then I tried to hire them and I hired a lot. But if I stopped when I failed at hiring them, how many of you, because I think it's easy to use this model because I got a lot of business owners on here. I'm a business owner. How many of you have tried to hire people and eventually there's been moments in time you just quit on it? You're just like, tell me, type in quit, be upfront with me. And maybe not you, maybe just me over time, but you're just like, F it. Like, I'm just not even gonna fucking try, right? Because you created this resistance now that you tried and it didn't work, you stopped trying. Instead of going, what if it's just a formula I haven't figured out yet? What if there's just a missing key, a missing puzzle piece? Every single thing I built was just solving the next puzzle piece. But I will tell you, if you try to solve it alone, you're Dora the Explorer, okay? You're trying to sniff out a clue. You're reading a whole bunch of stuff. I love when I watch people, someone post a book on Facebook. They're like, do you ever read the book? And everybody goes, buys the book. And I'm like, why are you reading that book? Well, someone posted it. It looks good. I said, do you have a problem with that right now? No. So why the hell would you read a book about something you don't have a problem on? I mean, I guess if it's a love story or, you just love, nonsense reading, but otherwise, why would you read anything besides what solves the most biggest suffering you have today? Somebody taught me that lesson. It changed my life. The second thing is people read a book. How many of you, if you start a book, like you have to finish it? Type in finish in the chat bar. You're like, if I open it, I got it. No matter how long it takes, I got to finish it. How many of you guys finish? Yeah, right? Because in school, they taught you if you didn't finish Tom Sawyer, you're a loser, right? The school trained you that you get a gold star to read to the end of the book. I think that's ridiculous. Read until you get your answer and then throw the damn book out. You don't need it no more. If you need that book again, go buy it again. You don't need it no more. I used to have so many books on the shelf collecting dust. I never looked at them again. If you need the book, go buy the $10 book again. This keeps forcing you, solve a solution, move forward. The minute you read the page and you're like, oh, action item, stop, take action on it. Most people get to the end, they never even take action on it. If that makes sense, type in makes sense in the chat bar. I'm giving you the things that I learned that have changed the game for me to speed you up so you could have way more success than me. Way more I want all of you to have. All right, let's do number 3. Can you hang a little longer? Type in, let's do it. Can you stay a little longer? Are we getting value? Yeah, I hope so. I just want you to have massive value tonight. All right, permission to change. There's a lot to write here. You might want to take your camera and take a picture of it if you want. Beyond potential strategy number 3 is permission to change. So we gave you here the 7 agreements to shift your mindset. Number 1, I believe it's really helpful if you agree to be brave. Be brave. Like, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to ask for that. I'm going to step in. I'm going to do that thing, right? We have something, my wife and I have this. We don't ask people for, we don't ask each other in a relationship for permission. We ask for support. How many of you think that's important? Type in important in the chat bar. If you're in a relationship and you got to ask for permission, well, that's like a mother-father scenario with children's permission. If you're in a relationship, you're asking for support. I get people all the time, they're like, yeah, I want to do that training. I got to go check with my wife. And I'm like, why? You need permission? Like, what kind of, your relationship has, like, we better fix this because you're going to have problems in the future if you got to ask permission. Like, do you go to your wife and say, hey, I got to go do poopies on the toilet bowl? Like, that ain't a relationship. If you got to ask to go to the bathroom, right? It's no different. Thank you, Tara, for the nice little poopy emoji there. Thank you. Is my team knocking it out of the park? If you want to know who my team is, you'll just know because they're just giving you massive value in the chat bar. All right, number 2, everybody. I agree to be mindful of myself. Like, hey, what am I saying about it? Like, how many of you are saying, like, just a little too much nasty stuff about yourself? Like, oh, I can't do it. I'm lazy. I'm clumsy. I'm not beautiful. How about this one? The first thing out of your mouth when you talk something, well, you know, I'm getting old. I'm like, what? I'm level 53. Level 53 is really strong, just so you guys know. What level are you guys if you want to type it in? Like level 53. You know, people when they're 75, you want to say, there, Mark, 52. Awesome. Dennis, all right, hey. You know, we all know happy days. We could all talk the same language here, right? We could all talk, except Ethan's 28. You don't even know what the hell happy days is, right? It's just young. Okay. Sean, right? So we want to make sure we're mindful of yourself. Number 3, I agree to think about my whole life right now and not just the best or the worst parts of one moment. What you're dealing with right now will mean nothing to you a decade from now. It'll mean nothing to you. I was driving just yesterday. I think it was yesterday I was driving. And there was a person sitting on a bench, and it was a child that had something. The arms were curled up, couldn't control its emotions. And as I looked at the child, I smiled. It was a child, but really probably maybe 15 or 18. And you could see was dealt a hand here, right? It couldn't move. It had to have somebody take care of it. This person. And I sat there and said to myself, I was like, what problem do you really have, Mike? Like, what is the real problem you think you have? That person there can't go anywhere by themselves, probably can't even do the bathroom by themselves. You probably don't have a problem. And the ones you do, they're not going to mean anything a decade from now. So don't let those problems plant seeds of destruction in your mind. Because when you tell yourself life is really bad over and over, your body will destroy itself. All right, number 4, I agree to build a life by design. Who likes that? Type in life by design in the chat bar. Type it so it reinforces for you. A life by design is you're engineering your next level. You're engineering your future. Number 5, agree to strive for freedom. Now, freedom is where you have a sense of choice, right? Like when you have a business and it has freedom, it means you can run it from anywhere in the world. You love to do it. That's what freedom feels like. You don't have money problems. That's freedom feels like that, right? Number 6, I agree to have a quest for mastery. Now, mastery, just so you guys know, is being better tomorrow than you are today by design. Being better tomorrow than you are today by design. That's mastery. Intentional focus on improvement. Ready? Mastery. Intentional focus on beyond potential. Mastery is beyond your potential you have today. Are you getting value? Type in value in the chat bar. Are you guys getting value? Hanging out tonight? I'm having a blast with you guys. Number 7, I agree to improve my mind to improve my life. I agree to improve my mind to improve my life. Because your mind is the X factor to a life by design. It's the X factor. It's the secret weapon. Okay? All right, you got the 7 agreements here to shift? Let's go. This should be our last strategy here, and then I'm going to give you a couple action steps. We'll get ready to finish up. This one you're also probably going to want to take a quick picture of, because this is the invest in yourself circle. Okay, your self circle. This is really good. You can achieve your best life by design by making a simple shift. Simply elevate each of these areas for massive growth. Now watch. This is how it works, everyone. First, you need more knowledge. You're getting that tonight. You're gaining more knowledge. Now, if you gain knowledge tonight and you go in the other room and you tell your wife or your husband, like, man, I heard this, I'm going to do that, and you don't get support, what will happen with your knowledge? Tell me in the chat bar. If you go share it with someone and they crap on it, what happens? Your knowledge is what? Useless. It goes away. You don't leverage it. Poof. There you go, Michael. Poof. It goes away, right? Disappears because you're like, oh, I guess I'm a fool. I was hanging out with this tattoo guy tonight, and I guess it don't make sense for me to think different. I'll go back to being exactly who I was, which will keep getting you exactly what you've been getting. Now, let's say we do get support, which we want, because I'm rooting for all of you. We get support. Guess what? We got to track our progress. I want you guys to be Facebook messaging me tomorrow. Like, man, I implemented that. I'm going to do this survey with my team. We're going to have a good conversation about it and expand. People say, how did you go from under $1 million to 32 million in less than a decade? 200 employees, 165 trucks, double-digit profit, sign your name and sell it for a super high multiple. Well, because I took this knowledge and kept investing in my people around me, my team. Because if I evolve and they don't evolve, they become an anchor instead of fuel. That's why I don't need you to sign up for Change the Channel. I believe you all need to sign up for it. And I believe you should bring people with you. Because if you do it alone and they don't, they're going to be the anchor. You can see the prices on it. So you're not, I sold 2 companies. You're not making anybody rich here. It's for you. It just happens we have team and they deserve to get paid for what they do really good. All right, tracking. Next thing, action. What kind of action? Type it in the chat bar. What kind of action? If you're taking little bits of action, like, oh, I'm going to do it. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Like it's 12 after 8 here, Eastern New Jersey. Okay. I still got 2 or 3 hours of progress to do. I still got a list of things to do tonight. There's like 7 items. That's action. Don't go to bed until the stuff's done so you could go to bed, right? Major action, massive action, relentless action. Once you take action, your identity, you'll shift your identity, and your identity will become somebody that does knowledge to support, support to tracking, tracking to action, action to identity. You'll then experience growth. You'll experience growth. When you experience growth, it's important to assess. Take the assessment again. Take the assessment again. Now we take the assessment and guess what we say? Hank, we go, okay, what knowledge do we need next? And then we take knowledge and boom, we go again. Tell me, when does this end? When does this end? Tell me in the chat bar. When does this end, this circle? Never. It never ends. That's the gift of it. You could keep applying it and applying it and applying it. And anybody in your life and in your world can leverage this. That's why we call the middle life by design, not by default. If you're unhappy with things, it's by default. If it's by design, you're creating your outcome you desire. All right, let's put a ribbon around this bad boy. Action steps. There's a land of opportunity in your future. Take action to move towards that land of opportunity. It's not doing more. Write this down, everybody. Ready? Ready? Write this down. It's not doing more. It's doing different. Write it down. Write it down. I'm watching all of you. I'm scrolling through the little bar. You got it, Deb? It's not doing more. It's doing different. If you do different, you're going to achieve different. You're going to achieve different. All right. All right. Number 2, time is precious. Change yourself by investing in yourself to do what we call collapsing time. Collapsing time. Collapsing time is getting more quicker. When I built my first company, it took 10 years to build and sell. The second one was 5. I went from the decade game to the half a decade game. Now we know we could scale companies in 2 to 3 years to a world-class exit and evolve those people to the next bigger thing. Number 3, don't invest in just yourself. Who should go on the journey with you? My son's on this tonight. My wife is here tonight. My partner's here tonight. I got team on here tonight. If you invest in just yourself, you're going to have a lonely, long road. And you're going to be pulling the cart. Everyone's going to be sitting in the cart. I think Steve Harvey, if you look up the YouTube video, he talks about pulling the cart. If they're not pulling the cart with you, you're pulling them in the cart. My wife and I, every single year, we ask ourselves, like, who can we bring to a training? Who can we support? Who can we sponsor? Why? Because I don't want to pull the cart alone. I want them all to help me pull it. And the last one is making a commitment to change the channel in your life. The world is filled with people that are just looking at the same channel and refusing to flip at it. Since I know the levels of most of you, because you shared it, you're all from the same time where there was not 9 billion channels and there was a dial. And so Tara smiles, she remembers. So you have the dial and it's fuzzy. Like, staring at that and not getting up and going to channel 7 where it might be clear, or changing the channel and moving the antenna and just settling, going, all right, we're just going to watch fuzz tonight. Well, if you watch fuzz, you don't get enjoyment, you get distraction, and you get frustrated. When you make a decision to change the channel and move forward in your life in a different way and let go of the excuses and all the crap that happened, then and only then can we change the game forever. So here's what I want to do. I want to say one thing, and then I want you all to post what you're going to take away, what you're going to implement, what you're going to do. Change the channel. Team, put the link in again. I hope you'll join us. Please, and anybody that's already in my world, remember, anybody in my Freedom or Mastery Legacy, don't pay for it, please. It's all included. Those of you that knew, it's $432. It will go up. So if you want to buy a ticket, buy it, and you'll get the recording tonight, and you'll hang out with us for 3 days, which will be a ton of fun to hang out. If you thought this hour and 18 minutes was incredible, imagine what 3 days will do for you, your family, your team, and everybody you do. And then, of course, there's VIP and other ones if you want that might make more sense. And if you don't know what makes sense, hit our team up. We'll get on a call, and if I'm available, I'll do the call with you. We'll get it dialed in. We'll get you all signed up. All right, everybody, type in, what is your number one takeaway or priority right now? Type it in the chat bar, everybody. What is your biggest takeaway or priority right now? Take a minute, write it down. All right, let's see what you guys have here. Typing away. You guys have been playing full out. I'm super proud of you. I am rooting for all of you. Change me to change the channel. Oh, to change everything. Yes, there we go. Invest in our Circle Deeper level. Yes. What else we got here? Old ways don't open new doors. No. You know what, Mary? They say little hinges swing big doors. You ever hear this? Here's what they never told you, Mary. Big hinges swing bigger doors. Okay? Change the channel. That's a big hinge. We swing big doors. Okay. It's not doing more. It's doing different. Dennis, what's up? That's awesome. Invest more in myself. Yes. Sean, awesome. Honor the progress. Keep going. Yeah. Figure out what I want to achieve. Success equals answers. Mike, I'm so glad you're here, man. I'm so glad you're here. Jessica, work with others. I need to take action and invest in myself and my team. Yes, Mr. Burke, I expect you to be leveraging Change the Channel. Go to the link, hang out with Jay. You guys, even if you just buy the ticket to hang out when Jay Abraham talks, Mike Michalowicz, and Kevin Harrington, shit, that should be enough. But you get to hang out with the rest of us too, which is super fun. Invest in appropriate relationships. You guys are kicking butt tonight. Massive actions to have a life by design. Judy, you rock. That I need to be consistently reevaluating. Ethan, you are a powerhouse machine in here. I will just telling you that right now. Stop procrastinating. Yes, there's Change the Channel. Change my team. Yes, Mark, I love it. I'll be there, brother. Going to have about 4 others. Brian, I'm bringing so much power. We are going to change the game. Everybody, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Have a great night. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll definitely see you on Change the Channel. Boom.